Welcome to the YouTube channel, you guys. I don't know who this video is for, but I'm feeling led to do a video right now in my natural self. My eyes is not done. Oh well, right? Oh well. Anyway, I want to talk to y'all about dreams, and not only that, because our sleeping world is different from our awaking world. If you get what I'm saying, our sleeping world or experiences are a tad bit different from our waking dreams. And I'm saying that to say this: if you're having a challenge with getting some sleep, it's the energy around you or in your room with you. And I don't mean that in a energy scare mindset. I mean, it could be going on too, though. It could be happening too with you, where you're experiencing having problems going to sleep, and because you feel like you're spiritually being messed with by entities or energy. It's not impossible for that to be happening, and I'm just going off of my own personal experiences. However, if you are doing that, you possibly may need to do an energy cleansing. You have to clean the clutter out of your space, out of your room, or the space you sleep in, or your home. However, hoarding things and keeping things like in corners and just scattered. And it don't even have to be scattered. It could be just boxes of stuff that you keep neatly packed on top of each other. It needs to be cleansed. It needs to be cleared out. Energy is supposed to be able to circulate around. Circulate. If it's being stunted or stopped from being able to circulate, it could cause energy blockages inside of your internal being too. Energy is energy. Those are your things. So, it's all connected. It's all connected. Be willing to step outside of the comfortability of believing what you always believed, to stepping into spirituality and understanding energy is everything. Energy is everything. Energy is everything. So if you're hoarding these specific thoughts and mental conditions and habits and just you're just so anchored into the same old ways and same old way of doing things, it could be tying you up outside of your life in some kind of way. It could be holding you back from doing things in your own outside life, in your own reality, in some kind of way. Letting go and releasing is so powerful when you get in tune with that energy. Letting go and releasing is extremely amazing when you accept that things must be released. As this bird just flew directly in front of my vehicle and just sitting right in front of my car. And that's just a sign from the universe saying, saying that it's time for you to lift up off of the things that you are so used to doing, being, and acting. All of it is just a form of energy. All of it is just a form of energy. Everything that we do, however we are in our life, it literally is strongly tied to our inside world. Strongly tied to. It's an energetic frequency that's connected all things. So if you're one way and you are used to being this one way, but you see this one thing keep being the same way and you want to see some change, what part of your life, what part of your habits, what part of your mind, what part of your experience, right, are you willing to change? Are you willing to transform? Are you willing to transmute? It's all connected. It's all connected, babe. I just wanted to come on here because I know I'm not the only one experiencing certain experiences. I know I'm not. And God, talk about what you go through. Talk about life experiences. Talk about what people can relate to. Talk about, so I'm not really just doing this for me. I'm doing this for you because I want you to know that you are not alone in this world, on this earthly plane. You are not alone. Period. You are not alone. And I want you to know that I love you. And releasing is something that I've been working on. I just got finished dropping some stuff off at the at Catholic Charities, or is it the thrift store, and just clearing out things that I know I don't need right now. I even did the big chop. Had to cut my hair off. because it was time. And I'm telling you right now, releasing, all things must go right now. I have to do the things that's going to serve me in my life, if you know what I mean. And I should have went live and cut my hair, but that's just so personal, you know, when I cut my hair off, because it's not the first time I cut my hair off. I always cut my hair off, you know, always. But I want y'all to know that life is what you make it, period. If you could change your eyes, and I mean your vision, I mean your perception, I mean your mindset, I mean your habits, if you could change the things. And it's so, sometimes it's challenging to change the older you are. It's like, change for what? I'm gonna die anyway. I'm closer to 100 than I am to 23. That don't have anything to do with the price of beans. It's really about not even, and you have to die. We die multiple times in this life, even in our awakened world. Literally, when you change and you transform, you transmute, and you go from one way of thinking and one way of believing into another way of thinking and one way of believing, you're dying to an old form of yourself. You're dying to an old version of yourself. Period. And it's inevitable. Even in our awakened world, we go from one age to the next. Your 53-year-old, 63-year-old body is totally different than your 23-year-old, 16, 17, 18-year-old body. It's a tremendous difference. So you're dying just on the physical. Different ways, different ages. You're shedding skin. You're shedding hair. Why not do something that we have been disconnected from for so many millions of years? We have been disconnected from our spiritual reality for so long. We don't even know what to do to get back to the same energetic frequency where we are connected to earth. We are connected to the sun. We are connected to when it's going to rain, all the seasons. We are connected, fully connected. That is when the Gregorian calendar was a thing, right? Where we will awaken with the sun and rise with the sun and set with the sun. Our body's algorithm was literally tuned in with the sun. And so it's really time to meditate and get back into that same experience, get back into that shift, because it's a shift happening right now, whether you want it to or not. It has to happen. And it's going to call for a great part of you to be awakened in so many astronomical ways so that you can know how to tap into different levels of who you are, because you're not just physical. You are not just physical. You have to always remember that, walk in that, live in that, exist with that. Exist in that. Because if you disconnect yourself from just living in physical, so many things on the physical is meant to put fear inside of our very mind, inside of our hearts. And then we begin to speak fear. We begin to speak, I don't have enough. We begin to speak lack mentality. We begin to live in that. We begin to coexist with that reality, making it our everyday. We don't even have to make that our everyday. We don't. And things change so fast, where our minds and our bodies don't even have a time or a chance to catch up with it. But you can. You can catch up with that thing when you tap into God, when you tap into meditation, when you tap into energy clearing. Some of us holding on to baggage that's inside of us that we'll be holding on to and clinging to for eons, for millions of years. And sometimes it leaves one lifetime and transitions and transfers into another lifetime. So you came from the last life into this life with old things, old memories, old habits, old baggage. And only way you're gonna know what that is if you truly bow down to your own self. Honor your own self. Lower all of your egotistical ways to the ways of a new person, a new version of who you don't even know. You don't even know it exists. You don't even know that version of yourself. But she exists, he exists. Period. Point blank. You just have to be willing, like I said, to bow down to a new version of yourself. That means lower all expectations of the old version of yourself. Dial out of, I'm this way and I'm not going to change. I'm this way, I've been this way. Bow out of that. Release that type of mindset and allow a new mindset to come in. Because once that new mindset come in and that new habit come in and that new version of yourself starts speaking differently, I'm rich, I'm wealthy, I'm never, I don't, and not even saying, because when you say I'm never, that's still kind of negative, but I'm always abundant, I am always prosperous, I am always with, right? I am always ABC. You put those words in there and you speak those powerful words over your life every single day, right? I'm telling you, when you shift into the mindset of being positive, and you hold the fort and you stand strong on who you are now identifying to be, you are identifying with a new version of yourself, and you are unidentifying with the old version, because the old version keep creating and manifesting the same things on the screen of your life. And there just comes a time where you have to figure it out. You have to reach down deep inside of you for some of those experiences and find forgiveness for those experiences. Find forgiveness for God for having you experience the experience you had to experience to create the version of you who she know you're supposed to truly become in this life. And I'm saying that to say, yes, forgive your mom. Yes, forgive your kids. Yes, forgive your auntie, your uncles. Yes, forgive your father, right? The hardest things to do is to have compassion towards the people who did you wrong, or have compassion for your experience. Have compassion for your life experience. When you find compassion for what you've been through and you allow gratitude to fill the void of the anger that you once had, and you become forever overbearingly grateful for your experience, because it's just shaping you into this beautiful creature who you're really supposed to be. We are supposed to embody the energy of gratitude, embody the energy of joy, embody the energy of happiness, embody the energy of compassion, embody the energy of just truly releasing the old negative frequency vibrations, just releasing them. Some of us have to go get healing work done. Go find a healer, a true healer, a Reiki healer, right? Sit down and listen to some song bowls. Listen to some frequencies. 432 hertz is the love frequency on YouTube. I listen to that regularly. But finding my energy is tuned. I used to listen to it 24/7. My energy is tuned into that frequency. I was born literally tuned into that energy, that frequency. Because you guys would never know some of y'all do know the experiences I experienced in my life, because I spoke about it in previous videos. But I'm just saying, you are the creator of your life from the inside out. I wish I could say that any differently to make you feel like it's easy to be comfortable in that energy, but it's really you. It's you. It's you against you. It's you against you. And it's funny to me because, man, that sounds weird saying it, but it's really you against you. Ain't no other way. It's you against you. Biggest challenge, right? Biggest challenges. The biggest challenges is the ones that you have with yourself, because we don't want to accept the things that we're supposed to accept. And we don't want to accept the things that we could change. And we don't want to accept the things that we can't change at the same time, and then release the control of trying to change it. Releasing the control of trying to change it, right? Release the control of trying to change something. Release the control of trying to change something that is inevitable. You can't change something that is out of your control. When you try to change something that's out of your control, ultimately you kind of like you cause stress in areas of your life where there's no need to be even stress there. There's no need to even have stress in that space. What you need in that space is more belief in yourself, more empowering thoughts, more words of encouragement. And guess those words of encouragement is supposed to come from your mind and your heart, your mind and your heart, your mind and your heart. Because anybody else's may not even be genuine. Even when you tell yourself a story, that story may not even be genuine. And that's entities trying to play a role in you creating and manifesting your life. And this is where you hold the fort. You have protection. You speak words of protection. You walk in God's spirit, in God's light. And you hold that energy so close to you that nothing can touch you. I think I said something similar to this in my last video. I'm just saying, I love you. Come back for more Deep Talk with the Braider, okay? I'll see you in the next video. Listen, stay tuned into yourself. Tune more into God through meditation and prayer. You know, whatever that modality is, because everybody not the same. You know, tune into your spiritual connection however you tune in. Mine is quietness. Mine is literally unplugging from the matrix and holding the space, closing my eyes, and pure silence, and really tuning in. And before I go on my meditation, I always invite my spirit guides and my ancestors, because it was people that got your bloodline that was here well before you were, millions of them. And you have to invite the good, strong-hearted, spiritual people in there. And you have to allow them to come in to your space when you meditate, because energy is real. Energy is a real thing. You are energy. We vibrate in energy. We don't even know it because you can't see it physically. But with the spiritual energy, you vibrate. You have an aura. And if you have somebody study your DNA strands and study your flesh and study your body down to the smallest particle, you will learn that you vibrate too in small, tiny little particles, just moving real fast. You know what I'm saying? You will learn that. This is why it's good to educate yourself and learn. How do I maneuver through this energy that's really making me feel stuck when I know I'm not even stuck? How do I maneuver through these frequencies of the people around me when I don't even really want to be here? It's ways to get around it. It's ways to manipulate the energy so that it'll work for you. It's really your perception. Only your perception. Well, I love you. I got some things to do, and I will be back later. However, I want to remind you not to let nobody see your joy on today, and make sure you are creating spaces and times and shifting it into the energy of joy, happiness, funny, comical moments, not so serious, mean. I'm going to take this anally. I'm going to take this serious, because please don't take people serious, because some people just don't know that they are operating in negativity. And because when you know, you know, you got to study, you got to learn. Anyways, I love y'all. I'll be back in my next video to talk more about negative and positive characteristics, because a lot of times I got to keep going over things. But however, I want to open you up to a different way of thinking and being and creating. Okay? I love you. Later.